Okay, so in terms of the setup, we're going to try and sort of create a sequence or a routine, I guess, that's going to involve, number one, putting the club down behind the ball. We know the club goes behind the golf ball with the middle part of the club with the golf ball there. From that position there, we then grip the golf club while tilting over the golf ball to create our spine angle. As we said, we're looking for roughly a sort of 90-degree spine angle between club shaft and your spine. Okay, so your chest now be pointing down for the golf ball. Okay, once you then got that with the top half, you then just set your feet around there for comfort, and there's your setup. Okay, so we look at your shoulder to hip joint, rough there. There's a little bit of a curve in the back, which is okay to a point, as long as the angle is okay. And you can see the spine angle on the shaft there, without getting protracted, that's close enough. Okay, if we sort of went a little bit too high, that's when you get some of the thin shots you had there, and that would be the variation in your contact. Okay, the swing stays the same, just your setup's this much different here, there, or whatever with your spine angle. So that subtle change will give you a good shot, maybe a little thin shot, or a low shot. Okay, but if we compare the two now in terms of there to there, I'm sure you can pretty much see where in terms of here you've got a lot of leg flex there to try and get down to it. Your spine angle is very upright, curving over the ball there, hands very close to the body, not really much room now for swinging that golf club with any speed or sort of control or power at all. Okay, so as a result of that, you're generally going to have to try and drop your head down or force your head to stay lower than it needs to do to try and get back down under the golf ball. At any point in the golf, there shouldn't be any need to drop or get lower or keep the head down, which I say it will take more than just couple of sessions on the driving range for that to disappear. Okay, but once you realise, hang on, I can reach the ground, I don't need to look at where the ball was. And at the moment, when you swing that, you're probably at 70. As the longer clubs, you've been to the 80 mile an hour mark, you can't see a ball struck at 80 mile an hour. It's too fast. The human eye can't pick it up. So you'll see where the club's coming through, but you can't see the golf club actually catching the golf ball and making contact. So we're looking for something that we can't even see. As we hopefully saw there with that drill where you sort of had your head looking here, there and everywhere, you could still reach the ground, couldn't you? And ultimately what we're trying to do is get these onto the ground or nearer to the ground so we can reach the golf ball. If we can't reach it, we will top it unless you bend your knees and drop. Then of course you're playing compensatory golf. You'll play some good shots on occasions with 2 or 3 wrongs making a right, but very often it'll be top, right, hit good, top, left, right, and this is all over the place consistency wise. So again, setup wise there, grip wise, just make sure you can see that 2 knuckles of your left hand. So that's going to be a key to help square the club face up. Other than that, setup wise was good. Backswing nicely, and the golf club to the top of the backswing nicely. Get your left arm across your shoulders there, pretty good. It's a smidgen low, which is some of the reasons why you may get a little bit of a thinny shot with some of them. What we would be looking for is a little bit higher. So I wouldn't worry about that yet, because your swing or your focus in the golf game now is more on the setup. Get that correct and swing naturally, so you're not thinking about too much. Okay, just a point to sort of maybe sort of for future lessons if we go through that, and then swinging through now. Head does it a little bit longer and then comes through. But if you can see you're doing this, that's almost a finished swing, and then we come through. That's part of the reason why your foot doesn't come through as much and your hips sort of stay back a little bit too far behind you, so that way. Your shoulders always turn through. You can't stop your shoulders because they're attached to the golf club and they're swinging around the body fully. So they'll always feel your chest points through. The problem is, and we'll show in a second now, if your shoulders turn through fully as they will do and the lower half doesn't, you're going to eventually, if you carry on playing more, get some pain somewhere there. Okay. Because your back now, your spine, rather than sort of turning together, is turning almost against each other. Okay. And from your point of view, on a healthy swing as well as an efficient swing. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Good. Okay.